Hey y'all, are you ready for another little tip on taking care of your heart? Because February is National Heart Month. Yesterday I talked about stress and how we need to stress less, and all these little tips came from the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. But of course, I'm going to be tying in some spiritualness too on how we need to take care of our heart, not just physically, but spiritually. So yesterday was stress less. And I gave you some Bible verses and a great quote from Dr. Tony Evans. And then I found another one from Dr. Tony Evans on my phone I wanted to share with you. It says, don't magnify your problem, magnify your God. He is bigger than anything you are facing right now. So it doesn't matter what you're stressing over, how small or how big this truly is in your life. Know that your God is much bigger, much bigger. And he is going to take care of you because he loves you. So today's tip, the second one, they said to make sure you take care of self-care. And in quote, they said, a daily dose of physical activity. So I love to exercise. Now, I used to be one that would do those step exercises, and I just, the older I get, the more it hurts and all, but and it's really good for you, especially weight-bearing exercises. That's what my doctor tells me. But I will walk all day long. You want me to go walk with you and hike with you? I will walk all day long. That's the kind of exercise that I really like to get in for a daily dose of physical activity there, besides running around and cleaning and doing everything else, that you do on a daily basis. But self-care in a physical activity is so important. And I want to encourage you to make sure you do exercise. And I think, it's probably been about 7 years ago, I was doing some exercise video and I tied lessons into to a devotional. So maybe go back and read those about getting exercise and staying fit, because being physically fit and spiritually fit do tie in together. So I want to share with you 2 Bible verses and another quote from Dr. Tony Evans. The first Bible verse that we're going to tie in to a daily dose of spiritual activity for your heart is 1 Timothy 4:8. 1 Timothy 4:8. It says, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. So physical activity is important, but what's more important is your eternal, is your relationship with Jesus Christ, knowing where you're going to go whenever this life of yours is over here on earth. And making sure that not only that you had that relationship and that security with God, but when you do, and when you really have that transformation with your relationship with Christ, you want to get in that daily dose of spiritual activity with him. Get in the Word. It said in the website for, like a daily dose of 30 minutes. Make sure that you get in a daily dose of 30 minutes with Jesus. Not just read a little Bible verse or a little flip chart and move on, but really get in his Word, okay? And it's going to add up. It's going to add up in your life. Joshua 1:8. Always remember what is written in the book of law. Speak about it and study it day and night. Then you can be sure to obey what is written. It's not saying you're guaranteed that you're going to do this. The Bible said if you do this, because it knows that we've got self-will, we've got this free will and we have choices in our life. And let me tell you, friend, the best choice you can make is sticking with Jesus and studying his Word. So Joshua 1:8, it said, if you do this, you will be wise and successful in everything that you do. So somebody's ears just perked up. They were like, I want to be wise. I want to be successful in everything. Then get in God's Word day and night. All right. And then the final word from Dr. Tony Evans today that I got on my text message, I think this might have been last week. It said, God often won't show you his secrets until he sees your faith. And I liked that for this daily dose of spiritual activity, that whenever you're in there, your faith is going to grow. And when God sees your faith grow, he's going to reveal more of his secrets to you. Some people may be saying, Stephanie, how in the world can I get in God's word for 30 minutes and take care of my family and do my job and get my physical activity in for 30 minutes a day? You know what? You can get in your spiritual activity easily by even just listening to some Christian music or some great podcast, Christian-based podcasts, while you're doing that physical activity, while you're doing your driving around the road, while you're doing your cleaning the house, or while you're sitting in front of your computer doing something. You know what? Just like yesterday, I said, breathe in, exhale, and inhale and exhale, and deep breathing, and helps relieve that stress. You know what? We'll take that as a prayer. And then just make sure that you are soaking yourself up with some God each day. All right, that's tip number 2. Tip number 1 was stress less. And tip number 2 is making sure you've got self-care, physical activity and spiritual activity. Okay? Y'all have a blessed day. Stay tuned till tomorrow. There's more to come on taking care of your heart.